Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two. May be seated. So if you were here at the last round table, I am playing substitute for Garrett. Garrett's in leadership Rapid City. If you haven't met me before, I'm Brian. I'm the program and marketing director. So I work with Garrett and Tim, all the office folks, and Kevin. So moving right along the agenda here, again, we have some closings coming up. Thanksgiving, November 26th or the 27th. The Scout office and Scout shop will be closed. And then Christmas, December 24th and 25th will be closed. Now, the Scout shop will be closed from December 24th until January 4th, but the office will be open. And the reason it's closed is to do inventory, which we do annually.
You said the 24th to January what?
January 4th. Yep, just the Scout shop will be
Just
closed.
the Scout shop.
Yep. And then we'll be closed on January 1st for New Year's. So upcoming events, Cabela's Explorers Days. I talked about it last round table. The next one is October 10th, the Saturday. It's at 11 a.m. It's My Home, My Habitat is the theme for that one. And then the one after that is November 14th, and the theme for that one is Big Game. So if you have some scouts that are interested and want to learn about that stuff, Cabela's puts on a great program.
They're both at 11 o'clock?
Yep, 11 a.m.
You said what date for the November one?
It is November 14th, and that one is Big Game.
Okay.
Yep. After that, Ray Thompson wanted me to let everyone know that Troop 320 is having an open house October 19th from 6 to 7:30 at the Faith Lutheran Church. Scouts and Weebles will participate in events to test their skills outdoors while having fun and getting to know new scouts. So,
Same night, 11:87 to 7, open house also.
okay. What time?
Same time.
Same time. And where's that at?
United Methodist Church.
Okay.
South Maple United Methodist Church.
Awesome. So 2 great opportunities there. If you have any boys that are looking to join some troops here locally,
Date
go check them out. The date is October 19th from 6 to 7:30.
on Monday night.
What was the location of 320s?
320 is at Faith Lutheran Church.
They're both on Indiana.
Okay. Next up, we have Fall Festival happening at camp, and that is the 23rd to the 25th. Registration has been open for a while now.
November, right?
Do what?
November, isn't it?
October 23rd to the 25th. You can register for that by going to the council website and going to the events tab. Also during that weekend, Kelly Manning with our LDS units is putting on a intro to outdoor leadership skills at camp. He is opening that up to anyone, any leader that wants to come out and do that. The cost is free. However, the only cost there will be is they're going to get together as patrols and you'll buy food for your weekend. So the cost will be the food amongst the patrols.
Whoever goes.
Yep. So each patrol will go out buy food and they'll split it amongst the folks in that patrol. And that's the October 23rd to the 24th. It starts 5 p.m. on the 23rd and it ends at 5 p.m. on the 24th. And the deadline to register for that is the 16th. And that too can be found, the registration for that can be found on the website under the events tab. So deadline's the 16th, and then they're going to have the participants on a conference call 2 days later on the 18th to talk about the event, to prepare people, and to split people in the patrols. And you can either attend that meeting in person at the LDS Church on Canyon Lake Drive, or you can call in via phone. So it's pretty convenient for wherever you may be at. After that, we have Rush Scout Night, October 30th. Registration is done through the Rapid City Rush and not the local council. However, on the events tab on the website, we do have a little item where we'll pull up the flyer for it. Cost us $17 per ticket. And we are going against the Alaska Aces. I don't know much about hockey. And the start time for that game is 7:05 p.m. Let's see, Turkey Shoot coming up November 14th at camp. That is just a day event. Starts about 9 a.m. in the morning. We'll go through all the brackets of shooting. We'll have a lunch and some awards, and we'll be over probably by 1 or 2 o'clock that day.
And what day is that again for the turkey shoot?
Turkey Shoot is November 14th.
November 17th, you said?
14th
14th.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Saturday on
You
the
take the earwax out of my ear.
at Medicine Mountain. That registration is also online under the event tab. Also on the 14th, the OA is having a winter banquet. Not at Medicine Mountain Scout Ranch, which is said on the agenda. It's at, what's the church again?
Canyon Lake United Methodist Church.
Right, Canyon Lake United Methodist Church. Cost is $20 if you register by November 1st. After that, it goes up to $25. And they're also combining a Pinewood Derby with that. I don't know the schedule off the top of my head, but
1 to 4, right?
1 to 4 for the Pinewood Derby, and then after that, I know they're starting the slideshow. I think 4:45, and then dinner is served at 5, and they're having buffalo chuck roast, baked beans, salad, drinks.
Sounds good.
It'll be a good day.
I sent you that yesterday.
So, after that, we have award applications due on December 7th. Those award applications are for the Silver Beaver, which is the highest award the council can give to a volunteer, and then the District Award of Merit, which is the highest award the district can give to a volunteer. So if you're thinking of somebody that would be great for those awards or is fitting for those awards, please submit applications by December 7th. You can find those forms by going to the Rushmore District page under the Council tab on the website, and it'll link you right to the page where you can download those. Watiki Scout Day is January 9th. We don't have a price on that quite yet, but that will be coming in the future. Followed by University of Scouting and our Council Awards Luncheon, January 23rd. That is at the LDS Church on Canyon Lake Drive. Again, pricing and additional information about classes we'll be offering will be coming soon. The chair for that event is going to be Kelly Manning. And then we have our fishing tournament fundraiser, January 30th at Medicine Mountain Scout Ranch. And information will be released on that soon.
What day was Watiki Day?
Watiki is January 9th. Yep.
It's on that long weekend, right? Isn't it?
I'm not sure.
It always has been, but no, that is not it, because Martin Luther King Day is around the 19th.
Oh,
not
so
the
it's not on the long weekend?
9th. It was.
No.
But they only, last year they went, it's only 1 day event instead of 3 days.
No.
So, yeah, we're kind of constrained by what the...
Right, I know, by what
work
Watiki
with us.
is.
So moving forward, the food drive. If you go to the council page today, under the events tab, we have the 2015 Scouting for Food Drive page, which includes some information about the food drive. It also includes the unit leader guide and a link to the map, so you can see all the areas in Rapid City where you can sign up. After the meeting today, or after a conclusion of this roundtable, you can come up and approach me. We can take a look at the map, and if you want to sign up for areas tonight, you can. We'll be making it more public and posting via email and social media tomorrow. So it's on a first come, first served basis. So please see me after the meeting and sign up for areas if you're ready to do that. If not, you can go to that page and look over that map with your unit and figure out what works best for you.
You have dates for those yet?
Yeah, so bag distribution day is December 5th. And then we will pick the bags up the following Saturday, which is the 12th. And then each scout Scout that participates will receive a patch this year.
How are you gonna keep track of that? Is there registration for, or just?
So there is if you look in the guide, there's a paperwork you got to turn in from your JTE service hour entry, and we'll base it off of that. So you'll print off the report from that submission, and that'll allow us to figure out who to get patches out to.
So we need to download, we need to print out that packet right there?
Yep, it's online.
Okay, just go to the food drive page.
Yep.
Okay.
At the very bottom, it's under resources.
Resources, okay.
Is that gonna keep track of both dates?
You'll log service hours for both of those days, and you'll do a submission.
Or is there gonna be a separate submission where we have different kids on different dates?
Just make sure you submit the names with the report. So and the patches will be distributed at the March Roundtable. So. Moving forward, 2016 day camp dates. June 11th is Northern Hills. June 25th is Medicine Mountain Scout Ranch. And July 9th is here in Rapid City. Specific locations have yet to be determined, but those will be the areas that will be holding those day camps in, and those dates are good. 2016 summer camp. If you're considering taking your unit to summer camp, I'd highly recommend you at least put your reservation down. It's $10 per youth slot, $5 per adult slot, because we do have an influx of registrations coming into us right now. We just did a summer camp trade show down in Florida. So right now we're seeing about 600 scouts register for next year to come to Medicine Mountain. So if you want some priority in your campsite selection, please put your reservation in as soon as possible so we can allow that.
What are the dates for those?
So we have 7 sessions.
Or these aren't the Cub Scout or resident camps?
So yeah, we have resident camps and Boy Scout summer camp. Boy Scout resident camp is open for registration right now. The registration for Cub Scout resident camp and Weeble's resident camp has not been opened yet.
Okay. Do you have dates decided for those?
We do. And the theme this year is CSI Medicine Mountain. Cub Scout resident camp is June 23rd or June 3rd through the 5th. And then the Webelos resident camp is July 30th through August 1st, which is a Saturday through Monday, which will be a change from last year. Pricing structure is the same as last year. It's $100 per youth, and for the $100 he gets a youth to accompany him, included in that price. And as long as the ratio stays 1-to-1, you're good. However, if extra adults, more adults attend than youth in the unit, then it's $50 per extra adult. I do have more of these down in my. I have 25 here if you want to pick these up. They do have the dates for the Cub Scout resident camp, and then on the inside for our Boy Scout resident camp.
Did you clarify about extra youth?
Extra youth. About family members?
Yes.
Yeah.
Resident camp.
They cannot come. The extra adult question that was popped up last meeting, like parents, they can come. They just need to have youth protection training to step on the property. So. Are there any questions about summer camp?
So the early registration for $10 per youth and $5 per adult, does that apply to Cub Scout and Weeblos camp as well?
It will when it becomes open.
Oh, right, you said it wasn't open.
Yep. And then if your unit is interested in a camp promotion, come to me after the meeting, let me know. We can set up a date and I can travel out to your unit meeting or talk to your committee, whoever you would like me to talk to. Let's see. So So peer-to-peer recruitment campaign is coming up. There is a form on the Rushmore district page for that. Let me venture over there. What's it yelling at me? Apparently my cable is not working. So peer-to-peer recruitment campaign, essentially it's a scout, recruiting scouts one-on-one instead of us going to like a boy talk or an adult night. So we're encouraging scouts to recruit their friends to participate in the scouting program. Each scout that recruits a friend to join, we'll get to choose from some prizes. There's like a moonlight, a bug light, a fire starter, there's a knife. And then from all the scouts that recruit somebody, we will pick one name of a Cub Scout and Boy Scout adventure to win a leather medicine mountain belt and belt buckle. So, for every scout they recruit. So if they recruit 2 scouts, they get 2 entries into the drawing for the belt and buckle.
How far back can we put applications in for that, or put the cards in for?
You mean how far can you go back?
Right.
That is a question I would like to ask Garrett. If you can come up to me after the meeting, I can get your email.
Okay.
So.
How long is it going? Is it all this year it's going through? Or are they like a deadline? They're gonna pick the prize or?
I'll have to ask Garrett about that one.
Okay.
So. So basically, we're looking for a start and end date.
Yeah, just, when are they gonna wrap it up and have the day when they're gonna pick the prize? Would be nice.
Okay. Sorry about the computer not working. I don't know what's up with the cord. But if you go to the Rushmore district page, you can find that peer-to-peer flyer on there. And I'll talk to Garrett tomorrow, and we'll probably add that onto the flyer, just so it's on there. Let's see, Boy Scout program updates. Also linked off the district page. The big thing right now is that they're transitioning some new Boy Scout requirements starting in 2016. I was actually exploring it today, and they have some actually pretty helpful stuff on how to do the transition depending on where they're at in their Boy Scout rank. So I would encourage you to go on there starting in 2016. The requirements are changing for all the ranks.
All the way up?
Do what?
All the way up, so sorry.
Boy Scouts, Boy Scout ranks,
Okay.
Boy Scout for Eagle. Are there any questions on that? Moving on, OA dues. If you're an OA member, OA dues are now due for the 2016 year. They are $15. And new this year, they can be paid online. A link to the OA dues will be going up on the website here shortly. An email was sent out this morning with the link in it. So I talked to Don. If you haven't paid your dues this past year or for the past 3 years, if you just pay $15, you can become current again. So there's not going to be an additional charge of $20 because you go back dues or something like that. So $15, pay your 2016 dues and become current. So. Habitat for Humanity projects. I talked to Nick over there. If any of your units are looking for some service projects, or you have a scout that might be looking for an Eagle Scout project, I would encourage you to call Nick. He's been calling me for the past couple of weeks with different projects, and I told him I would announce it tonight at the meeting. His phone number, if you'd like to call him for some opportunities, is 605-348-9196. Last week, we held an information session on our 2017 National Jamboree contingent. We had 11 interested scouts come to that meeting along with their parents. I did put the interest form up here on the table along with the application. If you have somebody interested in your unit, please take those and get those back to us. The cost for the Jamboree in 2017 is going to be $2,000 flat, which is a decrease from the 2013 Jamboree where I believe it was $2,700. So we're trying to keep costs down as low as possible. It is a great event. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience if you've ever been to a national jamboree. It is the largest event the Boy Scouts of America does, as they'll have between 30 and 40,000 people there. And it's in at the summit, which is in West Virginia, which is a 10,000-acre national high adventure base for the Boy Scouts. So it's a pretty impressive property. If you ever get the chance and you're out there, go visit. And then recharter, Kevin?
All right. Well, good evening. Well, without looking at any clocks or any watches, can anybody tell me what time it is?
Time to recharter.
Time to recharter. Maybe I said that last year.
Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts, eat the donuts. Anyway, this is October, so very soon all the Cub Masters, Scout Masters, and committee chairs will be receiving an email from National, and also, if I remember correctly, it's going to be the Cub Masters and Scout Masters receive a formal letter from National that talks about rechartering, the rechartering process, that kind of thing. Rechartering starts November 1st. That's what, like 3 weeks from now. And the council-wide goal of full completion is November 30th. And one of the things we really want to stress timeliness and accuracy on and about is that the new BSA policy is if you're not rechartered by January 1st, your unit drops. There used to be a grace period of like 2 months or 3 months and then kind of get the paperwork going and whatever else. Well, now, I don't know all details if maybe it happens in all councils, but I just know that they've set out a policy saying January 1st, if your paperwork's not done, completed, 100% good to go, January 1st, during the January 1st party night, you don't exist anymore. So some units have been here for, 50 years, so you've got like 50 years of tenure, and so that means all of that will drop, and you'll be zero. And so then you have to come into the scout office you'll have to get the brown new unit application, and if you've got 50 Cub Scouts in your pack, then I'll need to see 50 new youth applications and however many adult applications for all the den leaders and committee members, chairs, all that. It's like being a brand new unit with all the applications starting all over again. And that is not at all what we want for anyone in our council to have happen. And so please be aware that you'll be receiving emails and letters for the main leaders in your unit very soon this month to give you some information. The letter itself is from yours truly and Tim, the Scout Executive, and so that will give you information on that. I know that when you go into the rechartering, I know it's under the my.scouting.org. National has, within the last month, moved a lot of things from myscouting.org to my.scouting.org. And so that's where you'll find it. Once you log in and you use your same user ID and password to log into that one, just like you would the myscouting.org website, you'll click on the home button that's on the top left corner, and then once you click on that, there's a drop-down menu comes down, and you'll be clicking on the Legacy Web Tools, and then once that pops down a little farther, you click on Internet Rechartering, and it takes you right to it, and you can start in. Just make sure whoever's doing your rechartering for your unit, when they go in the very first time, they'll click on First Time User, and then also one of the most important things is you'll use the new access code. That's one of the things that's in the email and on the letter is your 2016 recharter access code. The one for like this year right now that was used last year or any other time, those don't work. And so it'll be the one that is on that letter. And if something happens, the dog eats your letter, the mailman didn't deliver it like he's supposed to, or whatever, just call the office and say, hey, Kevin, what is the access code to Pack 16? Because Sweet Pea can't ever give the letter to me, kind of thing.
Isn't it in an email?
Then Sweet Pea doesn't ever answer his email, so
But you can have both a paper letter and an email?
yes, because they're trying to do communication to go to everybody that's the top leadership of the unit to get that information. There's also, once you log in and get settled in, there's a help and tutorial buttons you can click on. I highly recommend, since this is the one time of the year we do this, it's not repetitious, so you're doing it all the time. It's very important to log in and do that and look at the help and tutorial to kind of get an idea of exactly what they're wanting you to do, especially if you're new at it or haven't done it ever or whatever.
Will you have some of these instructions in the email or letter that's going to us?
Yes.
Okay, so all this will be
Yes.
in the email letter?
Yes. And by all means, you can come into the office. We have a computer there. We're all as electronic this day and age as possible. You can certainly come into the office and see what it may look like, that kind of thing. Just want to cover real quick some of the required documents to turn in with your recharter. Once you do the recharter or print it all out, there will be, depending on the size of the unit, the bigger the unit, the more pages. Make sure all the pages are there of that renewal package. If it's not fully submitted and printed, it'll have like the word draft on it. That means it's not fully submitted, and that doesn't do us any good. It's not yet. You just got to go a little farther in the process to get it completed and submitted, and then that part removes, and then you can print it and bring it in the scout office. If you have any new youth that are being added at that time, make sure the youth application is all filled out, the parent signature, the unit leader signature, birth dates, those are missed quite often, kind of thing. Basically, dot the I's, cross the T's. The closer you pay attention to all the finer details, the easier it is on you, and the easier it is when you come into the office. Everything looks good. It can just easily get processed a whole lot quicker and easier. Yes, go ahead.
So if they already have their BSA card, then they're already in there. You won't have-
Correct.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So for example, if you have 10 Cub Scouts in your pack right now, and those 10 will be on that recharter package in the beginning. If it's any brand new youth, very recent to the rechartering time frame would be new youth applications.
Okay.
And it's kind of the same thing with the adult applications. Make sure the application has 2 pages to it. There's a CBC page, the criminal background check page. Make sure that is signed and has the person's name on it. On the right side, on the whole page, make sure that's all filled out. It'll tell you it's mandatory that the social security number is included. If it doesn't, that kind of stops that application right there. Driver's licenses are very helpful because basically what that does is take all the information and put it in the criminal background check system for the new people who are coming on, and it funnels it down to who's so-and-so and everything, so they get the exact correct right person that the application is for. Make sure, since this is a unit type application for committee member or whatever the unit leader position may be, the chartered representative and the committee chair always have to sign that kind of thing. So make sure that part is there. That comes into the office quite often, missed or forgotten or whatever. So please remember to do that. And then also have a youth protection training certificate come with all the applications. That means the person's gone onto their my.scouting.org, made a profile, and then completed the youth protection training. So if you have that certificate with us or with it there, it makes it a whole lot easier to get them processed and get them squared away on the youth protection training, and then they're in there as the leader and good to go.
Kevin, can you print out the unit training record instead of providing all those certificates?
That should work fine as long as they're showing on your roster.
Right. If they're not on the roster, then you have to have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. One other thing, let's see here. To make checks, once you get all squared away, it'll give you the total due for your units rechartering. Just make the checks out to either BHAC, which stands for Black Hills Area Council, and that kind of thing. One other thing I've seen quite often the last couple of years is as you have the recharter package, there's several pages to it. Toward the back, there'll be a section that talks about adults in the unit who are registered in your unit, but they have not completed youth protection training, and so they're like overdue. Please go through and double check that and make sure if any of those leaders' names are there, that you bring a certificate with you as well so that I can keep up with that. Because quite often that does happen. It's easy to have that kind of happen in the back. I believe that's all it in a kind of a nutshell. I don't want to put too many details onto it or anything tonight, but just to let you know, basically recharting starts November 1st. Like I say, our council-wide goal is November 30th because if you start getting too far into December, we're getting the holidays and, I don't know, school activities, people getting sick in the wintertime. Next thing you know, if it's January 1st, you're going to have huge problems and there's no way to fix that if you don't recharter by specifically November 30th.
Boys Life registration fee is the same as it has been? $12?
Yes, yeah. $24 for membership, youth or adult. $12 for Boys Life. If you want to be a merit badge counselor or a Supernova mentor, those are a no-fee paid position. It's not really a unit position, so that needs a whole new application on its own. And either the merit badge counselor form or the Supernova mentor form to come with it. And youth protection training if you're brand new.
So if you're a merit counselor for...
So if you're, like, for example, I know you're a merit badge counselor right now for 2015.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just let me know that, hey, I'm so-and-so and I want to be a merit badge counselor in 2016. You don't have to fill out any other applications. You just basically just let me know,
I'll let you know.
and I can process it nice and easy.
Okay.
Yes, Elaine.
Do we need to have the community collections turned in by the 30th also?
I would recommend. I know that the Scouting for Food is in December, and that's a big event. So I would say, as soon after the Scouting for Food event is over with, that kind of thing, maybe like the 15th, or for example, if your unit is doing something, I don't know, somewhere in that month for helping with Christmas gifts somewhere or whatever community service. My main recommendation is get it in before the end of the month, because all that goes to our council and district and unit Journey to Excellence report card, as well as we need all the advancements in, all the merit badges, all the ranks, well before December 30th. I'd say, I'm kind of giving a rough estimate, but December 15th. So everything is accounted for the council, districts, and units on all their ranks and merit badges.
For that year?
For 2015,
Okay.
yes. So yeah, so if a youth gets all those different things, merit badges and awards and ranks completed, get that in internet advancement as soon as possible. It's not about the purchasing of it. It's about going to internet advancement and putting in all the ranks and merit badges, because as soon as you submit that and save it, it's automatically saved and on that person's BSA profile.
So just as long as you know what they've accomplished, doesn't mean
Right.
they don't have to have the badge yet, just as long as they...
Correct. Yeah, you can wait till January 1st or the January's Court of Honor or whatever you want to present it. But it's all about keeping track of all the records and statistics and having that go positively for our council, district, and units. And that's for Cub Scouts as well, with all the different ranks and adventure loops, that kind of thing. Any other questions? I'll be here for a little bit, so if you have any more, just come get me. Thank you.
Thank you. Last thing I have, just as we're welcoming all these new families into our units this fall, please have them go to the council website and go to the emails tab on the right and have them sign up to receive the newsletter just so they're kept in the loop. Those will be sent out the first Friday of the month. I know we got a little bit off over the summer, but we're back on schedule now. Just be sure that they can get those. And then if you're wondering what has been sent in the past, there's also a little tab underneath there so you can see all the emails that we've been sending. So, is there anything else for the good of the cause?
Yes. We're thinking about activities for next year. February 5th is Klondike Derby. If anybody here wants to be on the committee, talk to Jamie Cox and let him know, or talk to me, because we're in the early stages of planning that event. We don't know where it's going to be yet, right?
Not yet.
Because it was posted that it was going to be at Bear Butte.
Yeah, the system, Jamie came in and the system somehow defaulted to Bear Butte for some reason, but we fixed that.
Okay, so the next day was not there again, so we don't know where it's going to be.
But the date is good.
February 5th.
It's good.
So if you have an idea of what you want to participate in or be on the committee, let me or Jamie know. And think snow.
When are,
8 inches, right? Nice enough.
Is that, excuse me, is that a Friday or Saturday?
The 5th is Saturday. So if you want to go camping, do the 4th.
I got the 5th as a Friday.
5th is Friday?
Friday.
Then it'll be the 6th then.
It's that weekend.
Yes, that weekend.
5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can camp out for the weekend, or some units just come for the day. Whatever works with their schedule.
the procedure for getting rockets for Cub Scouts to sign up this year?
I was told to have you guys come to the scout office and pick them up.
Okay. So you guys have the list of how many?
Yep, they're all divvied up right there in the front office part.
Okay.
The sheet with all the boys' names and
When's the other rocket shoots besides Fall Monday?
I don't know if Garrett selected some other dates yet or not.
Since we won't be at the fall thing.
And the other thing, I know we also have a lot of the 2-week Blit prizes still sitting there in the office, so if you know any scouts that haven't picked those up yet, have them drop by the office, or a unit leader can come pick them up.
Do you know when the hand lamps are coming in?
I do
Night.
not.
Hopefully in a week and a half. I'm on order them, so I'm getting them. They're on order. They're not back order. We're just waiting for the shipment.
Yes.
Maybe I missed it, but is there anything going on for Jamboree on the Air?
Not to my knowledge.
It'll probably be next year, they'll probably put stuff on.
Well, it's coming up.
But, yeah, they should have something, yeah.
I got there's an email or something about from National.
Yeah, there's some webinator stuff should be starting up pretty soon, talking about it.
Yeah, they got the dates set for on the air and on the internet.
Okay.
January. I seen something, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, I know it's the
Yeah,
16th,
it's always gonna
17th,
be
and
the
18th.
It's always the third weekend of
Right.
October.
Okay. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. I know no one's came to me and expressed interest in doing it, or.
Also, too, I got a call a few days ago from a gentleman out of Sturgis, and he would like to do some Scoutmaster fundamental training, like about a 4 or 6 hour class. And he thought maybe like the 21st of November would be good. And I was talking to Brian a while ago about it. We might try to generate that. If you know anybody that wants to get some Scout leaders training or fundamentals, okay. I think it actually is a what do you call it, Kevin? It's a what do you call that thing?
formal course, or?
Yeah, it's a
So like
section.
Scoutmaster specifics?
Mhm. Yeah, it's
For Boy Scout leader.
for Boy Scout leader. Yeah, if you know anybody that would want to take it, if we can get 6, 8, 10 people, we can hold that, And Dave Howerson up there, he said he could, if they get enough guys up there, they got 2 now. Him and somebody else wants to go, which is a start. And Sweepy and I, we'd get the training staff to put it on, and do it. But it's good for anybody, if you haven't been through. That's what I say about training all the time. If you do it again, there's always new stuff, right, Brian? There's always new stuff that applies to, the aspect of being a scout leader. It don't hurt a bit. We don't give shots. There's no flu shots. no colonoscopies. I mean, just basically half a day training. So we'll see if we can get that fired up. Give Kevin a call or Brian, let him know, and I'll we'll see if we can we get interest, we'll do it.
Do you have a date set?
21 November, Saturday, maybe. Looks like for them, yeah.
That's tentative, that's what we work for the two that want it.
If we do now, yeah.
If we can get a bigger group and everybody says a different time.
Yeah. You can come up with 3 people that want a different date, we'll go for them 3 and tell them, sorry. What is that, 109 up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably been doing leadership programs his own self for a long time. And he's not getting any younger.
None of us are.
As soon as we get some more firmer details on that, we'll push that out
Yeah.
via email and Facebook.
But yeah, it's just right in the beginning stages, you know, it's not very that sort.
So the next roundtable is November 12th, right here at 6 p.m. And if you're wondering, the December roundtable is December 10th, also here at 6 p.m. As I said earlier, please come see me if you're interested in signing up for food drive areas tonight. And if you want to pick up some camp, come up here and grab one. And
What was the roundtable date for November, sorry?
November 12th
Okay.
and December 10th.
That's Veterans Day.
And other than that, that is all I have. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you on the 12th.
Go for out.
Yeah, we're involved.
That's right.
Okay, I'll try.
Are you doing
I'm sure there's a
Well, I work part-time.